Alright, so recently the remake of Persona 3, named Persona 3 Reload, was officially announced at the Xbox Showcase at Summer Game Fest 2023. It was also mentioned that this would not be the definitive version of Persona 3, and that it was a remake of the original game, but I think that was all blown out of proportion. I might be wrong and in the minority here, but my initial impression was that this game would only consist of the main game referred to as the Journey in the FES release, at least for now. When they said FES and Portable content wouldn't be included, I thought that meant, oh, maybe they mean the answer from FES or the female protagonist Kotone from Portable, rather than the additions FES and Portable made to the main story like the outfits, I Get Social Link, Elizabeth Hangouts, and so on, since those are part of the main story. Those seem to still be in this remake. According to producer Ryota Nitsuma, who was recently interviewed for Famitsu, mentions that the later story additions from FES and the female protagonist wouldn't be included in the game, and that main story elements added from those games won't change, but more information would be available at a later time, so I guess we'll have to stay tuned. So hopefully if I interpreted this right, the producer is saying that the game just includes the story with Makoto. So controllable party members, skill cards, all the stuff I mentioned previously and probably some others will return because it was added as part of the main story, so it doesn't seem like we have to really worry about that. Whereas the answer with Aigis and the playable protagonist are considered extra content, or at least they won't be included at launch. I think those will be released as DLC down the road eventually. And in my Persona 3 remake speculation video, I admit I was a bit grandiose in how I thought it'd happen and didn't consider this content would probably come out in the form of DLC. So one might argue, why not include it in the base game of this remake? Why make it DLC? My take is that the game would have had to have been pushed out to a later date to add stuff such as the answer story mode, and even include Kotone and her social links and maybe other things as well. Especially when the developers probably didn't even finalize how they'd approach the answer or Kotone's story if they do add these stories. But who knows, if they did, maybe hers will be slightly different than Makoto's. But it seems the developers focus solely on the main story of the game, meaning just Makoto. Then aside from it probably adding a decent chunk to the file size, there's also the profit aspect of it, I think. Especially when, if people are willing to pay for aesthetic changes like costumes, I'm sure they're willing to pay for bigger changes like a bonus epilogue or playing as a different character. Especially when you hear stories about how game developers spend so much time making these games, for it to end up as the same retail price as another game that might not have as much content is a bit unfair. I think the extra work put in deserves at least something extra, rather than what I see as free labor. But regardless of how Atlus approaches this extra stuff, I know I'm excited for the Persona 3 remake to come out early next year. Hopefully this game does include all the quality of life additions from FES and Portable. What do you guys think of this all? Do you agree or disagree with my points? Are you looking forward to Persona 3 Reload? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next one, take care.